everyone. So, I don't know if you saw Bibby and Agent's video from a couple of weeks ago, but they got mail that had rubber chickens and oyster shells in it. They're pretty sure they were spies from Will It Grow. And as such, Homestead Aquarius has sent some reinforcements to Janderra Homestead to protect us from the spies from Will It Grow. So let's come and meet our guards that have been sent over, special secret agents. So Jonathan and Matthew are very excited about the guards showing up to be able to protect Janderra Homestead from the spies from Will It Grow.
I have a question.
What's your question, Matthew?
Do they have names?
Do they have names? Yes, they do. Let's see if we can find out who they are. So who's this one? This one is Lorrie from Lorrie's World. And over here, this one's a bit quiet. Not at all like... There we go. This one's Michael from Frogfoot Hollar, also known as Frogman. Or his counterpart is Mr. Frog. And he goes into super frog mode. You got to go check out Frogfoot Hollar. He's really cool.
Come on, check Nisi.
This one is Danny from Cajun Hydroponics. He's got some amazing tomatoes growing in Dutch buckets in his greenhouse. Lots of hydroponics happening at his place, which is a bit different from aquaponics, which is what I've got. And who have we got here? This is Jason Avers, and he focuses in on permaculture principles with agroforestry. So plants all sorts of things in his really small yard. It's not really small, but it's really good. Yeah, we've got some more out in the garden. We'll have a look soon. So then we've got the deputy, Jan, from Simply Jan's Homestead. She's going to be a fantastic protector of the garden. And who's this one? This one is Billy from the Wickershire project. Now he's going to want to go and guard my aquaponics because Billy loves my aquaponics. So we will take him along on our garden tour and take him and pop him over at the aquaponics. I'll be back in a second. So because Cajun Hydroponics likes to grow tomatoes, I'm going to stick him over with my tomato while we go over on it round in our tour. Simply Jan Homestead, we might take her over to the potato patch, shall we?
Yeah.
The potential potato patch. I don't know if it's going to work. It's an experiment. And Lorrie can go over with... Lorrie can stay here and protect the experiments. And then we've got Jason Avers. I'll pop Jason Avers over with the blueberries for now until I get them out into the dam. And then Frogfoot Hollar, he can go down to the dam too at some point. So I'll put him down with the blueberries until I go to the dam. Although I might go down to the dam today anyway. So we'll show that in the tour as well. So let's go check it all out. But all of these plants that are growing from things that I got from the grocery store are doing fantastically. I have taken the cover off the top of that garlic just to give it some room to grow, and it is doing fantastically. So it had a cover on it similar to that one, and look at the difference. So that one didn't have a cover, that one did have a cover. That has made all the world of difference. Nothing's happening over there yet, which I'm not expecting it to. My peppers are making progress. Yeah, we'll go check Nisi and Z out soon. This is my tip for today's video, is if you're wanting to sprout potatoes. So these ones have gone green, so they're fine to grow, but I'm wanting to get the eyes to grow. So some of them are starting to grow eyes, but the trick is that you look for this, and this is how it was connected to the mother plant. The eyes will form at the top. So you pop them up so the root end is down. That, so you can put the eyes to the top and have them standing up in a well lit airy place. So same with these ones. So you can see this one quite obviously, that's where it was attached to the mother plant, and then you got the eyes on top. And I've got two very excited boys, so I'm just going to put these in here and we'll go check on the rest of the garden and deploy the guards to protect the garden.
Aye, Captain. Aye, Captain.
Just thinking, I've got my moringa and my mulberries here. My poor mulberries, they're dropping all of their leaves because they are deciduous and it is winter. So I'm going to put Jason Avers over here to protect the moringas and the mulberry. Let him guard those. And then over here we've got Nisi and Z. Check them out.
Nisi and Z.
Hiding in the garden.
Squeak,
We
squeak.
got Z up on Nisi's back.
Ruby,
Being a good mum. But she's over here with the tomatoes. So these are my Roma tomatoes. They're a bit bushy. I probably need to, if you can see that lovely bunch of tomatoes there.
Mum.
So yes, I got a few tomatoes on. I probably need to trim back some of the leaves on this. But it is a Roma tomato, so it is a bushing tomato. So I don't want to do too much to it. What?
Mum.
Nisi is Z's mum, yes.
Can I hold her?
Now we need to find Danny. There's Danny. Okay, you want to put Danny over with the tomatoes so that he can guard the tomatoes?
I thought we only had one with the tomatoes and one with the potatoes.
No, Jan's going to go over to the potatoes. So there we go. Danny's going to guard those potatoes, make sure it's tomatoes I should say. No one's going to get to them.
I thought they were guarding the tomatoes.
Oh, those tomatoes are so yummy, they need extra help. They need extra protection.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, the others only need one frog.
That's right, you're right.
Now I'm confused.
Or maybe we should put Nisi somewhere else.
Why not? No,
She can stay there for now.
No, you can leave her there.
She's keeping Z protected and safe there. So let's check out the other spots in the garden. So I've redeployed Nisi and Z over here at the sweet potato patch that's underneath the passion fruit, which is growing really, really well. Now that is a, what variety of passion fruit is that one? I don't remember. That's a Panama Red. The chickens are not going to attack Nisi and Z. But the sweet potato is doing well, and check out the comfrey, it is just doing fantastically. Let's go see what else we're going to do. We've still got Wickershire project and Jason Avers, we've deployed Jason Avers, Michael from Frogfoot Hollar to deploy. Okay, so let's deploy Simply Jan over in the potatoes. Matthew's got Simply Jan over there, and here we're looking at my papayas that I'm hopefully protecting from the frost, and my moringa. That one still hasn't dropped its leaves. So I did a video a few weeks ago, or a week or so ago, setting this up to help protect it from the frost. Seems to be doing well so far because we're in the middle of June here, which is the start of our winter. So this is where I've got the potato experiment. So this is where we're going to put Jan from Simply Jan's Homestead. Jan can protect, or maybe pop her inside the bed so that she's a bit protected. Yeah, there we go. Yep, looks good. So Jan can keep an eye on the potatoes. Let's see, what else have we got going on?
Chickens will attack.
No, oh, the chickens might. They'd eat the frog. So yes, we've got this mystery tree over here, which I still haven't gotten around to actually working out what it is yet, which I really should do, but it's out here not guarded by anything. So I have, oh look, it's dropped a fruit. That's a good sign. So we're going to try it, yes. So I have finally gotten around to mulching it, and we're not putting anything under this tree. Now Wild Edibles suggested that I crunch up some leaves and smell them to see if that helps me identify them. So I'm going to crush that up.
I tried that once, but I couldn't tell which one.
And see what it smells like.
There we go.
Oh, it smells lovely, but
Let me smell.
very citrusy.
Oh, God.
Don't pull all the leaves off, boys. It's got a real lemony type limey type fragrance. So I am thinking that these are a lime of some sort. I have had somebody suggest that they're a mandarine, but
What's a mandarin?
it's a cross between a mandarin and a lime. So I'm going to take that in, and we'll actually have a tray of that at the end of the video. So make sure you stay tuned for that. So yes, so I've got quite a few up there that I can harvest, and if nothing else, these are still going to be a citrus, and I can still use them from that medicinal perspective, I would imagine. So I can make lemon and honeys and lemon teas and all that sort of stuff. So let's have a look and see what else, where else we're going to deploy our frogs. Not wild edibles. Wild edibles is from Team Will It Grow. She's definitely not going to be guarding my garden. But I've got my elderberries here over near the chickens, and I'm thinking Niecy is just over there, so she can guard over here at the same time. So she can protect my lovely gerbers. Look at that. Aren't they pretty?
From those chickens.
From any Will It Grow spies.
Oh, instead of from those chickens.
We're not trying to protect from those chickens. These are good chickens.
I like them.
It's the Will It Grow spies that we've got to protect from. So these girls are doing really well. Really happy on their deep bedding. And we've just put in the two white Australorp, well, the white Australorp and the speckled Australorp, because we lost the white Australorp rooster, which was really sad. So we put these over here on our chicken miracle bed. They're having
mine.
So yes, they're the white Australorp, and the speckled Australorp is Matthew's, Becky, and the Isa Brown.
It's Jonathan.
So that's Becky, and that's the Isa Brown, are Jonathan's. And Jonathan thinks he owns the rooster as well.
Because it's in his pen.
Because it's in his pen. So this is going to be one of our chicken miracle gardens, which that was too. And there are a few over there as well. Where we got the papayas was one of my chicken miracle gardens. And then we got the beautiful goats. So the baby goats are doing really, really well. But who's guarding them? My dear, oh dear, who's guarding the goats? Who's guarding the goats? And who's guarding all our pots? Oh, can you see who it is? Can you see who it is? Who's that? Who's that? It's Robert from Team Homestead Aquarius, our team captain. How awesome is that? He is guarding all of our pots, and it is so fitting that he is right next to all the new strawberries.
Is he protecting my pots as well?
He's protecting all the pots. He's definitely protecting the pots that you grew and you've potted for Shed Wars Youth Division.
Hi.
So the strawberries are all starting to come up. How exciting. So these are the Adina variety of strawberries in the black pots.
Hello, Robert.
Even though Adina is one of Feather and Down's Homestead's kids from Will It Grow, it's still a lovely variety of strawberries from what I hear. And then we've got Redland Joy over there. Oh, and there are the blueberries. We're going to put Jason Avers over at the so you go put Jason Avers over with the blueberries. He's going to protect all the pots, but the blueberries need to go down to the dam. So at the moment, Jason Avers is going to protect the blueberries until we get them down at the dam, where we're setting up the mulberries, and we'll set up some agroforestry stuff.
Can I put the next one in its spot?
Oh, you want to put Billy in his spot over near the Aquaponics?
Yeah.
So these are all doing really well. It hasn't been that long since I've planted them. So I'm really pleased with how well they're going. So now, Jonathan, what are these plants here? Can you introduce, these are your pots that you grew for Shed Wars Youth Division, aren't they? What have they got? What have we got here? You tell everyone.
Lettuce.
Yep.
Chocolate.
Yep.
Strawberry.
Yep.
And some
Calendula. And what have you got? What are you growing for Shed Wars Youth Division, Matthew?
lettuce, strawberry, chocolate, calendula.
Lovely. And why do you grow calendula?
Because I like to eat the flowers.
You like to eat the flowers. And why did you pick the other plants that you've picked?
Because I like making wraps with lettuce.
You like making wraps with lettuce?
And I like eating strawberry and chocolate mint.
Cool.
Although the chocolate mint doesn't taste like chocolate at all.
It doesn't taste like chocolate, but you still like it, hey? Cool.
Mom? I like anything.
Yes, Jonathan.
I love my calendula because I like my flowers.
And you're wearing your ear warmer from Hippie Shack Creation, aren't you? You like your ear warmer, don't you?
Mine is on my bed.
Yours is on your bed? Mine's on my bed too. So we got another strawberry here. This is a different variety, which I can't remember what it is. I'd have to check on the video. There's one of my comfrey that I was propagating the other day. I'll try and leave links to some of these videos in the description. Here I've got, yes, that's the blood orange that I've tried grafting. Can't tell whether it's actually succeeded yet, but it's not dying, so that's good. Oh, that's a blood orange that we planted.
I love blood orange.
You do love blood orange, and Jonathan loves mandarins.
Big mandarins.
Yeah, big mandarins. And I've got an asparagus crown here that hasn't done anything, but I've got two other strawberry plants in here. They haven't started sprouting yet either, so, but that's okay. More strawberries. Oh, this is an asparagus as well. They're both Mary Washington. That's a kiwi fruit that's not doing real great.
In Australia?
The Washington's in America.
I love kiwi.
Yes, Jonathan loves kiwi. They're very excited.
I accidentally started saying
So these are the strawberries that we've been growing for a while. That's one that we ate. So I don't know why that part's on there. Give that to the goats. But yes, strawberries are doing really well. The Okinawa spinach is doing fantastic. It's got new shoots. Really happy with its progress. These are the pots that I was doing for SHEDWARS21. That's okay. We can actually plant those down around the tomato.
Can I have some lettuce?
You want some lettuce?
Yeah. They're pretty much dead.
It's a bit dry at the moment, actually. I probably need to water it. But yeah, you can have some lettuce. There you go.
It probably tastes better.
It may taste a little bit bitter. I think it does need some water. So I was growing these, set these pots up as part of my required video for SHEDWARS21 Southern Hemisphere is when I actually did these ones and set these pots up. This leek is doing a similar thing to what Wilson was doing. But this is a leek that I grew from the store. So, but it's going to seed, so I'm going to create some more of that one.
Peppermint.
No, that's peppermint over there.
Can we have our extra strawberry plant now?
I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. I'll discuss that with you later. But, oh yes, these two strawberry plants here. This one's Jonathan Matthew's and that one's Jonathan's. So they get to eat the strawberries off those. I'm going to take those seeds off that and I'm actually going to sprinkle those around the tomatoes. And hopefully they'll grow. So let's go check out the aquaponics. Okay, now I have some problems with the aquaponics. And yes, can you place, we're going to put Billy down here at the aquaponics. Shall we hide him under the lettuce so that people can't see him, or over with the celery? Now we'll leave him here. So pop Billy there. He can keep an eye on all the plants growing here. Now one thing I want to show you in here, because the fish aren't feeding, there's not enough nutrients getting into the system. And you can tell these leaves are starting to yellow. No, I don't want him hiding under the rocks. He won't be able to see anything. So I really, really need to cut back all of these plants. Yes, they are doing fantastically, but there is a nutrient deficiency in the system because the fish are not feeding at the moment because the temperature has gotten down too cold for the jade perch. And I really should be putting in some nutrients like sea salt, any other seaweed solution, or even worm juice would be great. But the basil is actually still doing well. But yeah, there is nutrient deficiency showing up in a lot of the plants. I need to harvest it back so that there's not as much drain on the system. The fish are still doing well. And it's actually a lot easier to see them at the moment because the water's a lot clearer. Although you still can't see them with my phone. I might have to grab some footage with the endoscope later. But yeah, so the basil is still going to seed. It looks like dropping heaps of its leaves in there. I really need to harvest that back. I desperately need to get out here and harvest a lot of the things in this system just to decrease the nutrient demand on the system, because there's all this leaves is really creating... Honestly, they should be taken off and dehydrated and stored. As I should also collect all these marigold seeds and spread them throughout the property. And plant some other crops in here that are better for, like collard greens and all that sort of thing, that are better for growing in our winter conditions. Strawberries here are doing well, starting to flower. So we should have an abundance of strawberries soon. This is a Lebanese watercress, I believe. This is, I just planted a water chestnut that sprouted. I wasn't planning on actually planting out the water chestnuts until September. But it sprouted on me, so I stuck it in the aquaponics. The taro is starting to grow, and I'm going to leave this one in here, even though it's actually showing a lot of nutrient deficiency as well, because I can't check on the ones at the dam as often, because the dam is over the other side of that mound. So I'm not going to go there today either, which is why we've left Jason Avers with the blueberries. But the leeks that I grew from the store is doing fine, although the biggest thing over there is actually a shallot. So yes, my little spinach plants are doing well. I planted in some kale the other day. It's doing well. The turmeric is starting to die back, but it's winter, so that's normal. This basil cutting is going to seed. I've got to get these passion fruit out. We don't really want you sitting in the lettuce, Billy. Just sit there, please. You can sit and face that way and keep an eye on everything. We want the lettuce to grow. So yes, the peas are starting to flower nicely. So these are a snow pea, bikini variety, whatever that means. So they're starting to flower, so hopefully we'll have some nice snow peas. Oh look, there's a snow pea forming. How exciting. There's a snow pea forming. The boys love snow peas. Oh look, here's one.
Mom,
A lovely snow.
one here.
Yeah, one there. No, you can't eat it yet. They're not ripe yet. So the snow peas are doing really well. Really excited, but I've got to get in here and trim some of this back. And look what's hiding in here. I get another Janderra. That's a really pretty one too. And I'm going to be naughty.
I want to have one.
Yummy.
I want to eat that apple.
That one's not quite ripe.
No.
So this mulberry really shouldn't be in here. It should be planted in the garden somewhere, but this is kind of a temporary solution. And mulberries generally like the conditions in aquaponics anyway. And I've got my little capsicums or bell peppers over there. They're not doing fantastically, but it is cooler weather. So, yeah, it happens. But that's the aquaponics update. Oh, let's check on the bananas. Now this banana is growing much better than that other one, which I thought was really interesting. Now I'm going to have to do something with the grey water because there's just too much. Jonathan, stop. There's too much water down here now, so I need to actually create some trenches up here further, and maybe once I move the goats, have the trenches come along here and then have it come down to this one and then go further down into the paddock, because it's just all pooling there at the moment where we've got more grey water than the bananas can absorb. But the blue Java is doing much better than the Cavendish, which normally I would expect the Cavendish to do better, but the Cavendish is not getting as much sun. So that's the update with those ones, but we need to go check out the taste of this fruit.
I have a question.
Okay, so let's check out this fruit that is growing here. So we'll cut it in half. I should have smelt it first, shouldn't I? It's got a bit of a limey smell to it.
Looks a bit like lemon.
It does look a bit like a lemon, doesn't it?
I hope it doesn't taste like it.
Why do you hope it doesn't taste like a lemon? I've probably cut it the wrong way, you know.
Because I don't always like lemon.
You don't like lemons?
I do like sometimes, but not when they have too much of a bitter taste, you know.
They do definitely have a So you have a smell. What do you think it smells like?
Close to a mandarin.
Close to a mandarin. Now, do you remember how to check to see if it's safe to eat?
No. Can I smell one?
Hang on, Jonathan.
You Google?
No, because we don't know what the variety is. Now, I went to a, it was actually a native Australian workshop at the Janderra Aboriginal Museum in Beenleigh a while ago for a homeschooling event for Matthew, and they were telling us how they test to see if food's safe to eat. One of the things was you rub a little bit of the juice on the inside of your wrist from memory, and if it doesn't sting or anything, then it should be okay. You smell it, obviously. I've got sinuses happening, so I can't really tell you much on that one. Then you I can't remember all of it, but Josh from Down Homestead knows all those sort of techniques and everything to do, so you could probably check on his channel. I'm pretty sure he's going through it in a couple of his lives. But I remember part of it was wiping it on the inside of your gum. So yeah, not really. My gum's not swelling up or anything, so I'm not too worried about that. So I'm going to put some of the juice in my hand and have a taste. I'm not real big on trying new foods, so this could be interesting. But how bad can it be, really? It's clearly not going to kill me. It's not hurting me. Oh. It's bitter. It's sour.
Let me have a taste. But it's probably good for you.
I've now got ooey gooey sticky fingers. So I'll be back in a second. Matthew, are you ready to try it? You can grab a piece, pick it up.
Got seeds.
I tried to pick all the seeds out.
And put it in my mouth?
You can do whatever you like with it. Oh, you like it? Then why are you eating so much more of it?
Because I think it's good for me.
Oh, you think it's good for you? So what do you think it tastes like?
Lemon lime.
A lemon limey type flavour? Cool. Okay, Jonathan. Jonathan has been very eagerly pestering me going, can I try some? Can I try some? So now Jonathan's going to get to try some.
Yes.
And Jonathan actually does like lemons.
So do I.
Oh, you like it, buddy?
I
Okay,
like
well, you can eat as
lemons.
much as you like. You know what the big problem is? We forgot to weigh it.
I like this though.
You like it? You sure you like it, Jonathan?
The sun is making him screw up his face.
Yeah, it's quite bright out here. So you got lots of seeds, has it?
No, only two.
Only two?
Yeah.
You don't have to eat it if you don't want it. These two never cease to amaze me. He's continuing to eat his too. There's lots of seeds, hey?
That was a squashed seed.
That was a squashed seed. Well, I'd say Jonathan liked it. It's definitely not an orange. Definitely not an orange.
Definitely doesn't look like one.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I'm thinking it's lemon. I think it's definitely lemon or Amanda lime. So apparently a few years ago, Amanda limes were quite a big thing in this area, which is basically an orange lime. But yes, so that's my mystery fruit. So I've got a few up there, and I would imagine will be able to use this for everything that I would use a lime or a lemon for. So yeah, really pleased with that. That'll be a nice weigh-in for Shed Wars.
It tastes like lemon.
It tastes like lemon?
And it smells like orange.
It smells like orange, you reckon?
Yeah, and it tastes like...
Maybe a little bit like orange. But yeah, so that is the garden tour for winter 2021 and how things are all going. And an update on that mystery fruit tree.
Can I eat some more?
You can have some more, buddy. Honestly, lemons are not one of my favourite things. But making lemon and honey drinks is probably something I should really be doing, considering we've all been quite sick lately. And it's a good thing to be doing whilst we're in the middle of winter. Now, Jonathan, you don't need to squeeze that onto your hands. It's going to make them all sticky.
He wants to try.
Clearly, he really, really likes it.
Me want to try it in my hand.
Ugh. Really not something. Lemons are just not one of my favourite foods.
Come on, Mom.
And there's the washing machine finished. I got to go get that washing on the clothesline. Ugh.
That is some on my nose.
You got some on your nose? You goose. Oh, clearly you liked it. Maybe we should just get the lemon juicer out and you can juice some, huh? And you can have a drink of Manda lime juice. So yes, I think we're going with it. It's a Manda lime because it is orange when it's ripe. And clearly it was ripe because it fell off the tree. So I should probably go harvest the rest of them. And get gooey fingers. We got some baby whites, so yeah. Anyway, you have a great one. Bless you.